Okay, perfect. So Elisa joined as a coach. She'll tell you her story, but back in October and has killed it ever since. Has been so consistent. I don't know how she does it. She is like the busiest person, but she still makes time. She was actually in a wreck today, so we're all so thankful she and her whole family are totally okay. God willing. Thank you, God. Elisa hit diamond about 10 days ago. So yay, Elisa. And okay, Elisa, I'm just going to hand it over to you and I will go ahead and mute myself.
Okay. Am I unmuted? Did I do it right? Can y'all hear me? Okay. Awesome. I'm doing this on my iPad for the first time because my desk is in my room and so is my 3-year-old daughter because the other one is asleep in their shared room. So sorry. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully this is going to work. I tried something new. Nope, not share content. I don't know. Does anybody know a trick for doing this on my iPad? Share content. Why is it not doing this?
I think this happened to someone else. Anyone in here tried to present on their iPad recently and tried to share their content?
Did Sam do that?
It doesn't matter. I mean,
Oh yeah, Sam.
just automatically work.
Sam did that.
Okay.
Maybe
not. Maybe I won't.
Or do you want to email it to me? Then I can share it for you.
Let me see. Can y'all still see me?
Yeah.
Or did I go away? Can you see that? Or do you still see me?
I don't see you anymore.
Okay. Let me see. I can do.
Oh, Etna. Yeah. I think you helped her figure it out.
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're fine.
other people on the call.
Okay. Yeah, all of y'all waiting for me. I'm so sorry. Laura, how do you want me to send it to you? Keynote, PDF, or PowerPoint? I guess PowerPoint.
PowerPoint would work, yeah.
And let's see if that'll work.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. It's sending now, so.
Okay, cool. And Elisa, if you want to just start with like your story, like how, I don't know if that was part of it, and then.
Okay, hopefully this is gonna work because it says the file's big since it's a keynote instead of like a regular PowerPoint. Okay, so my story, I'm just gonna look at my board again. I don't know if y'all can see me, but I'm gonna kind of go with it. So my story, who I am. I was an elementary PE teacher for 10 years. I ended up doing my student teaching, half at the high school and half at the elementary level. And I ended up getting a job literally when I was done with my student teaching. So I got hired on as a full-term substitute until I graduated. And then as soon as I graduated, I was able to sign my contract and get started. I was a Kines major at A&M, and honestly, I wasn't really quite sure exactly what I was going to do. I knew I was going to do teaching, and that job fell in my lap, and I did it for 10 years, and I absolutely loved it. Within those 10 years, I got married, and I had 4 kids. So that was kind of a lot going on there. I went back to work after every single one of my kids for very hard times doing that, but did it. And Gus and I have done different things financially, and he's a Dave Ramsey lover, and we've done checks and balances and all kinds of things financially to make it work and to try and improve our lives and our family's life and what we can provide for our kids. After having my last baby in November of 2015, right? Yeah, November 2015, we decided that, going back was going to be pretty hard between just doctor's appointments, and we would have 2 kids in school with their requirements, and then me at a different school and my requirements, and the pay to stress ratio wasn't going to equal out anymore. So I decided to finish out the school year after I had Emma, and that would be my last school year for an unknown amount of time. It was very hard. My school was my second family, and went through a lot with them, obviously between marriage and 4 children. And it was very, very difficult for me to leave. It was actually probably one of the hardest things that I've done. And I was very scared to do it because it was the only thing that I knew. I'd been working since I could work. And to not have that was really weird. I felt like I was going to be losing some of myself, and I didn't know what I was going to do. I felt like I was losing my identity. I was just a mom, and which is okay. I love being a mom, and I love my 4 children. But it was also very hard for me. Now I am doing coaching, obviously, and decided to call my little business Abnormal Mom Fitness, and I'm loving it and everything that it has brought into my life. So that is who I am. A little bit about my story and how I ended up kind of coming across everything is Jessica. This goes all the way, I don't even know how long ago. Jessica talked to my sister, Natalie, and I think Natalie was in one of her challenge groups a long time ago. And I remember sitting with her and my husband and my parents, and she was going to some kind of teaching meeting, maybe before her master's or something. And she was telling us all about this 21-day fix that she was doing and the containers and how it all worked and how good she was feeling. And, we were all really interested in it, but I don't even remember if I had 2 or 3 kids at that point. And, I just kind of wasn't paying attention. I was happy for her, and I loved what she was doing, and I loved that she was doing it for herself, but I wasn't really listening, I guess. So months passed, and I had another baby and probably another baby. I can't remember again where it was in there. Laura ended up messaging me in March of 2016, and I completely ignored her. I did not answer her message. It sat there in my little message inbox. I never erased it or anything. It just sat there. Sorry, Laura. And I just left it alone. That was literally the month that I was going back after having that 4th baby. And I couldn't even look at anything else. I couldn't think about anything else. Trying to get one child to school and the other 3 to daycare and get lunches and everything. I mean, I just thought, what else can I handle right now? And hindsight being 2020, I wish that I would have listened to Natalie when she was talking at the table, and I wish I would have answered Laura in March, because I'd be a lot further ahead than where I am now, because I could have done it. I totally could have done it. And now I know that. So, yeah. So I finished out the school year, and in August, I got to a point where I just noticed that I really, really was very unhappy. I was complaining a lot. None of my clothes fit me anymore. I was very scared about not going back to school and not having something that was my own. I had a lot of extra baby weight from that 4th baby. And decided, I asked Natalie about it again. I said, hey, what was that thing you were doing? And you told me that it really worked. And you lost 15 pounds in 21 days. And I was like, I need something. And I'm scared to basically be a fat couch potato, stay at home mom. And so I ended up jumping on board, and I actually just ordered Amazon, and literally the night before I was going to start. And we did 2 rounds of 21-day fix and had great results and fell in love with it. So here's October, and I've ignored Laura for months. And so I talked to Natalie again, and I said, hey, I don't know how much you know about this coaching thing, but I'm doing all these things. I'm looking up recipes, and I'm saving them, and I have them. And Laura's over here posting that she's making this stuff, and I'm sitting here about to be jobless, and I'm scared about finances, and I'm scared about not having anything and not doing anything for me. And so that's when Natalie was like, yeah, I think, you need to definitely ask Laura some questions and go from there. So I did. And Laura gave me plenty of answers, and I was still really scared, and I didn't know for sure if I should do it or not. And so I went back to Natalie, and I said, what do you think? Am I crazy for wanting to do this? And she said, no, I think you should do it, and I think you'd be really good at it, and I think you should go for it. And so I went back to Laura, and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. So Laura, did that go through at all?
You know what? Etna had some instructions in the chat. See if that works. It says go share content and scroll to your iCloud drive, and you should see the keynote presentation. See if that works.
Okay. It's just weird because I'm looking at a screen and I can't see anybody. And let's see. And then you search.
If you touch your screen, you should see on the top, it says shared content.
Yeah, I did that.
And it should have a bar that it drops down. So you should see your iCloud.
What if it's not in my iCloud?
Where do you have it?
Just on my iPad.
Okay. Let me.
Sorry, guys. Okay, I guess y'all just get to. Laura, can you see me?
Yeah.
Even if I don't have the screen up?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, so I'm just going to look at my presentation. Okay, so once I started, I just kind of jumped in and ran with it. I ended up going to Super Sunday in, I guess, end of January, beginning of February-ish. And Jackie Woodfin, some of y'all might know who she is and some of you might not, but she is one of the people way up in Beachbody. And she is amazing and gave this breathtaking speech. I literally sat there, and I've never been awestruck or thought, man, I'm in love with this celebrity or anything like that. I've just never been a person who's like, oh my gosh, I really love that person. But when she walked off the stage, I was crazy about it. And I was like, okay, I've got to get a picture with her before I leave, and I'm going to put it on my desk, and she is going to be my new idol. So, this lady is just absolutely wonderful. And she talked all about how you need to be abnormal. She said, that's all it takes. She said, don't do what everybody else does, because that's what sets you apart, is what you are willing to do that they aren't willing to do. So be abnormal in everything that you do. Be a product of the product, all of that good stuff. She emphasized the personal development, just like we do. But, you know, really that thing that hit me the most was her just saying, be abnormal, be abnormal. So from that point on, I mean, I've been pretty inspired, not only by her, by you guys too, and the whole team. But she kind of solidified everything in my mind, I guess. And so that's where I got my Abnormal Mom Fitness that is on like my pick, play, post and all of that kind of stuff, because I feel like that's what it is. I mean, I know that y'all have kids, or some of you have kids, and some you don't. We're all different. We all have this different journey. But I literally, in my head, you know, I hear people saying, you know, I have kids, I'm a mom, I'm supposed to look this way. How do you do it with 4 kids? I hear all of these different things going through my head. And then I hear Jackie and I'm like, okay, I'm abnormal. I can do this. I am abnormal. So that's kind of where that came from. And I've just tried to be that abnormal mom ever since. So when October came around, Laura, I bought a challenge pack from her to get the coaching fee waived and all that kind of stuff. And I jumped in, and I don't know if I even participated in the challenge group that we were doing, because I started my own with my family members and kind of ran it alongside at the same time that I was kind of going through with Laura's. But by doing that, I learned so much. I learned how to upload the files, and, I started doing the communication between and had all that ready to go. So that way, when I did have friends and other people asking me the next round, I was somewhat comfortable with what I was doing, and I didn't just completely feel lost. So I felt really good about that. I did not hit Success Club in October. Some weird things happened. But luckily, that wasn't a big deal because it didn't count. So my first month to hit Success Club was in November. And I think I was trying to look up my numbers earlier. And honestly, I'm sorry, I'm just really exhausted. So I don't have the exact numbers, but I hit Success Club in November. And it was like, I think Success Club 10. And that was awesome. And I was super duper excited. And so then December came around and everybody had their New Year's resolutions. So I think that helped a little bit, but I did okay in December, and I hit Success Club 10 again. And I got the little personal development links. And, at first it was kind of, my husband was so funny about it. He says, well, that's all you got? You just got a link to be on a live call? I said, yeah, but they're like really amazing. And I've loved every single one that I've gotten, and it's been totally worth it because it's inspired me, and it's given me another piece of the puzzle that I can put into my business and that I can use every single day in what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And then in January, I felt a lot better about promoting and explaining and knowing the business better. So if you guys don't know some of the selling points and everything, just please ask your upline, ask anybody. I remember Jenny Bobo getting on a call, and honestly, she is awesome. I love her so much. Jenny, I hope you're hearing me. But when she did her call, she talked all about signing people up as a discount coach. And honestly, I don't know if I would have hit diamond yet had I not heard what she had to say. So basically, for those of you that maybe weren't on that call, what she did say is there's no reason why they shouldn't sign up as a discount coach, if they're going to do more than one round, because, hey, you're going to get a discount, right? And most people have loved me introducing that to them, because who doesn't love a discount? Everybody needs a little bit here and there where they can get it. And every person has been so gracious and so thankful that they have, known that and saved that $32 a month. So that has definitely built my team a lot. Now, I know all of them are not going to be business builders, but they're all there, and they've all been very dedicated, and they've gone 2 or 3 rounds. And I'm going to be opening up probably my own veterans challenge group. I know Team VIP has one, but I feel like I have so many people that to keep up with my own people and keep them on board, that I need to be the one in charge and focusing.
and putting the posts and all that kind of stuff. So I love that Laura and Raquel do it for us. I really, really super do. And Jessica and everybody that I'm forgetting, I'm sorry. I know you're all there, but a lot of people that I've been in contact with have said, I thought it was really weird that you were saying we and not I, or, I would see pictures of other people. So that really spoke to me. And I thought, you know what, I need to get my butt in gear and I need to get my pictures out there, and I need to start taking more pictures of myself and making them and getting them in there. And that has made a huge, huge difference. Am I talking over? Okay. Team VIP mashup. My team for February Team Cup has been absolutely amazing. I learned so much from them, guys. We just made a messenger group, and seriously, we voice messaged each other all the time. We asked questions. We asked for help if we got stuck with something. It was the best thing. So it was like a mini Team VIP. Use your resources, because this team has so much for you. I don't know. I love our, I posted, but it has also been beneficial to me to be able to actually just like put a question out there and have one of those 4 team members just answer it for me. So if you don't have an accountability partner or a success partner, maybe find one, get that little messenger group going, but help each other out and try and answer questions, because I'll tell you what, those girls were awesome. And I learned so much that I've been able to, that I was able to use in February. And that's why I ended up getting more of the Success Club points that I may not have had I not learned those bits and pieces from them. Let me see. Last one. Okay. My why is, of course, my family and my children. It's changed. It was for me because I just didn't feel good. My husband, because he didn't feel good and we wanted ourselves back. The financial aspect is the why I jumped in for my kids, of course. And so what I can provide for them and taking some of that stress off of our family. One of the things that I emphasize is low stress, no stress. Like something that I told my sister too is, once it becomes stressful, it's not fun anymore. You need to have fun with it and realize that it's something that you're doing for you. It's whatever you're doing it for your why, and it doesn't need to be stressful. You need to realize that it's a happy thing. It's a good thing. And it's for fun, and it is for work. And yes, you can build it and you can make it as stressful or non-stressful as you want. But I think it always comes back to, I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my why. And that should not be a stressful thing, that part of it. Also being a product of the product. Yes, working out every day. It doesn't matter what time, following your meal plan, everything else. Because I'll tell you what, if I weren't on Team VIP right now, if I didn't have my sister, I don't know how long I would have stuck with this. And now it really has been like ingrained into me. I don't know any other way of life. And I'm glad that I can never turn back from it. So that is huge. I love it that I'm doing it for myself and for others at the same time. Don't overthink it too much is my last thing. Sometimes we think and we think and we think and we try to make this huge, perfect post. And you know what? Sometimes I got it and I can do it. And there's other times where I don't, and I can't think about it that hard because it makes it stressful. And again, I'm low stress, no stress. I can't have it be that way. I want it to be fun. So I try not to overthink it. If it's a picture that is awesome, then maybe I put less writing with it, or vice versa. Maybe I put more writing underneath a really great picture. I switch it up. But if it's at a point in the day where I need to make my post, I try and incorporate my health and fitness in there somewhere, but I try not to overthink it too much. And I just put it out there in the world and I leave it alone. So again, just don't overthink it. Have fun. Low stress, no stress. I do my power hour every day. I check in at lunch and nap time. Yes, nap time also, while my children are napping, not me. I check in at lunch, nap time, and nighttime before I go to bed. And I always clear my Facebook notifications. So all of those things are things that I do with my try not to overthink it. I just do it. I get it done, and then I move on. So I don't know. I don't know if I even missed anything because I feel kind of lost. Did I miss anything, Laura? Help me out.
No, so good. I know that a turning point in your business, Super Saturday. I don't know what the heck Jackie said to you. I mean, I watched the video, but it spoke to you so much. And that was truly a turning point in your business. So April 8th, guys, if you don't have that on your calendar for Super Saturday, it needs to be on your calendar. Wherever you are, find a Super Saturday.
Or if you're in Dallas, it's Super Sunday and it's on the 9th. And I'll be there. My sister will be there. We can save you a seat. If you're in our area, let me know and we can all get together and do that.
Yes, awesome. And then one more point. Jenny Bobo, her call of getting people to be a discount coach. I know we cannot rely on those people to be business builders or to advance our business the way we want them to. But for you, Elisa, that gave you so much momentum. And that's when really your business took off as well. So I do like the discount coaches. Yes, they're not, you can't rely on them to go on and on and on for years and years, but it gave you momentum and that was huge for you. So I wanted to point out those two things. Anyone have any questions? I think that was so good. Even though technology, sometimes it's wonky and you've had a weird day, so don't even stress.
Sorry,
anyone have any
guys.
questions? I thought it was so good. Anyone? Oh, Janie, how much is Super Saturday? Janie's in Dallas. So didn't you do it's $60 for front row and picture opportunity or something?
Well, those are sold out. It's $20 for like basic entry. There is an upgrade to $40, and the $40 one gets you the basic ticket and it gets you a headshot.
That's nice. Like just you a headshot.
That's my understanding. I haven't had anybody tell me any different.
That's
so
cool.
I think you just come with your top half really pretty and they do a little something and you can use it on your Facebook page, whatever you want to do. But
that's awesome.
Yeah. So Joel is going to be there. I don't know if he's going to be a speaker, or if he's just going to be there. I'm assuming he's going to be a speaker. But if any of y'all have done Quarter Force, then I know that Joel's going to be there. I don't know who else.
Love it. Any other questions? Jenny, San Antonio area.
Super
Yes.
Saturday in the San Antonio.
There is. It's a little smaller. It's not as big as Austin, but yeah, we'll go. So we'll get together on that. And I just have to research it. It's on the Beachbody website. You can go on there and just type in your city and it'll list the Super Saturdays or Sundays. But last time I went.
Austin is on a Sunday this year.
Oh, awesome.
Too. I mean, this month, next month. Gosh.
I know. Almost April. Oh, Jenny can do Austin as well. Cool.
Elisa, your call was so great. I have loved watching you.
Thank you.
Since you started coaching. And I remember talking to Laura at some point, maybe in November, and Laura saying like, oh, like I am so, or maybe it was when Laura made her like new coach post for you. I don't even remember exactly what it was. I just remember hearing about you before I really started following you, like, oh, I got to follow her because she's going to be really great. Awesome. And it's just been so cool to see. And then like looking at the leaderboards this month on our team too, I was like, oh my gosh, Elisa is killing it. And I think it's just so neat when you find, I think it was either you or Lisa that posted that Super Saturday video of
Jackie.
Her name is escaping me now. Yeah. On our team page, and I was like cooking and watching it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. But I could see like right after that even that change in you, just like how much more inspiration you had in your post. Not that you didn't before, but just that you were like really, like, I don't know, like you could see you just like finding your groove, and that's just like such an awesome place to be. And I just think that's so great that we have as coaches so many resources out there on YouTube or even these live events, where if you're feeling like you don't have any inspiration or you don't know what to talk about or you're feeling unmotivated or stressed, like go and watch something like that and hear somebody's story and what they did and be reminded of all the gifts that we have. And then like when you find like one person or one little thing, you know, share about it. And I remember you sharing on your social media that day about it, and your business has just like exploded since then. So thank you for sharing that with us.
You're so welcome. And everyone, I just want to tell you, because it's really funny because Rachel just said that, and I was following Rachel at the same time because Laura was like, yeah, you got to follow Rachel. She's doing awesome. She's someone to look at and see what she's posting and get good ideas. And I totally did. And let me just emphasize to everyone, every single one of you is a badass. And if you haven't read the book, You Are a Badass, you need to start reading it because it's one of those things, like you have to have the confidence in yourself because Rachel, I feel like, I love you, Rachel. Like you were on like this pedestal. I'm like, yes, Rachel's awesome. And look at these numbers that she's getting and look at what Haley's numbers are getting. And then when I hit that number in February, I was like, wait, like I'm a badass too. Like I can do this too. And every single one of y'all can do this too. Like it just takes you believing in yourself and just branching out and reaching out, going outside of the box. I literally invited everyone in my church mom's group in February. And that was one of the scariest things I've done, to cross over business and church. And I thought, man, people are going to stone me for this for sure. Like I am going to be that lady out there every time I go on Sunday. But you know what? They didn't. And they were super nice. The ones that said no were nice. And the ones that said yes are in my group right now. I've got 3 of them and they're awesome ladies. And it's so exciting. And that's 3 people that I wouldn't have had I not reached out, and they really want help and they're really excited about it. So every single one of you is a badass and every single one of you can do it. So tell yourself that before you go to bed tonight.
That's so good. And it's so true. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone. If you feel scared, then you know it's the right thing to do, whether it's posting or inviting. The worst thing that can happen is you change your life. Okay, so I know we're are a little bit over, so just quickly before we go, if you're needing to jump into our team-wide challenge group that starts preseason tomorrow, I'll be sharing the link for that after the call. If you saw me post about the diamond push, unless you were already in, I know there's a destination diamond with like Rochelle and Whitney and Ginny, Bobo and Gabe. So if you're in that one already, you don't need to be in both. But if you are an Emerald coach and you're looking to push to diamond, there's a group that's starting tomorrow. You can get added to that. They just went live with like the expectations for the group, but it's you have to be active in the group to stay in the group, or literally you will like get kicked out. Not a bad thing. Maybe you don't have time or you're not there yet where you can check in every day, but just an FYI, we'll be going through it. And if you don't participate, like out you go, because it's super interactive. But I will be posting more information about the next phase of it. So even if you don't jump into this phase, but you decide you want to be in the next phase, that will be a diamond qualification to enter, and that will start in April. So just to like put it on your map and to put it on your forefront. And the other thing I was going to mention was to make sure that you look at what Super Saturday or Sunday you're going to go to, and go ahead and book it now, because tickets sell out depending on what city you're in. I know you already talked about that. Great job, Elisa. You were awesome. So glad you're safe from today. And it was so good to have you on the call.
Thanks, Jess.
Awesome. Okay, guys, have a great Sunday night. We'll see you on social media. Bye.